welcome back to my channel. My name is Philippa and today I have for you this pink toned look, which obviously I'm uploading near to Valentine's Day because pink and red is the colour of the season, but you do not have to wear it obviously on Valentine's Day. Just take this look and use it any other day of the year. What is stopping you? So yeah, without further ado, let's get into the video. So I've already primed my face with the L'Oreal Infallible mattifying base, which is a silicone based primer. Next up, I'm going to be trying a brand new product which I picked up the other day in Superdrug. It is also another L'Oreal product. It is the Micro Tattoo Brow Artist, and I picked this out because it just looked so different and a bit weird. I don't know if you can see that. So it has a really fine fork-like tip to it. So in theory it should just sort of draw on really fine looking hair almost. So I don't know, I'm going to give it a go. And then just to give them a little bit more definition, I'm going to go underneath with the pomade-y sort of waxy version part of the Browsings by Benefit. So I'm literally just going to create a little like line underneath and just sharpen up the edges. So yeah, that's my brows done. I've gone for quite a natural sort of look, which is what I just like to wear on an everyday basis, and it just suits me better. But next I'm just going to conceal my sort of eye area with the Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer in shade 1 Fair. Just going to bring you in a little bit closer, which is probably quite unfortunate. Then I'm just going to set that in place with the Rimmel Stay Matte powder, just the normal pressed powder that they have in transparent. So I actually picked up a brand new palette this week, which is the Revolution Reloaded palette, and I just picked it up just because I thought the colours are very pink and red and just quite suitable for a video like this really. So none of them have names and I'm not too sure where I'm going to start with them either, but I'll figure that out. I'm going to take this really peachy light shade first of all, just as a transition shade before we get started. And the next lighter shade, which is this one here, is one I'm just going to build up what we've already got ever so slightly. Then I'm going to take this shade here, quite a peachy sort of mix between a red and a pink, just on the crease of my eye. I haven't used this palette before, so I'm making sure every single time that I'm knocking off a lot of product. I know that Revolution are quite good at making their products really quite pigmented, which sometimes can go very wrong, so I'm being really light-handed and really careful with what I'm doing. Just going to take a really soft blending brush and just blend it out. I don't want there to be any harsh lines, obviously the colours are really bright, so I'm just going to deepen up the crease of the eye, just the outer third, with this sort of going on burgundy kind of colour. Now I'm just going to take the, well, it looks white in the camera, but it is like really creamy sort of colour. And I'm going to do that on the inside and into the middle of my eye because I'm actually going to use a bit of glitter. And for the glitter to show up, I kind of want it to be a really neutral base underneath it. Just using a pink glitter from Barry M, just on the inside corners of my eye. And I'm just going to tap it on rather than wipe it on, because otherwise that leaves big sort of gappy bits. So there we go, I hope you can see that. That is the eyes eyeshadow done with the glitter. Hopefully it looks okay. So yeah, I just sort of did it in the area where you'd put a lighter tone just to kind of lighten it up. So it catches the light really nicely, and I don't think it looks too noticeable from far away, but it just looks really pretty and it catches the light. I did eyeshadow first just so then when the glitter sort of fell onto my face I could easily wipe it off rather than ruining all of my face makeup. But yeah, now is the much more simple bit, which is my face, and I'm just going to start off with my trusty foundation. So I'm just using the Rimmel Match Perfection, and I just use it in 100 Ivory. I'm going to do one pump all over my face and then do another one probably over my cheeks and everything, just to get a really clear and high, what's the word? High coverage, that's the one, that's what it's called. So that's my face after just one layer of the foundation, which usually I would just go out with, but I am going to just pop half a pump more on, just because I know that it doesn't take long until my cheeks sort of lose the foundation almost. So I'm just popping on any areas where I know that it doesn't stay on me. Then I'm just going to take the same concealer as what I took onto my eyes, which is the Collection one, and just use that underneath my eyes just to cover up any sort of darker areas. I sort of get more purpley tones rather than really dark, so pinky purples, and we're covering those up. Then any excess I just took onto my nose, and then just for a final highlighting concealer, it is the L'Oreal True Match in shade 1N More Ivory. And I'm going to take this up onto my cheeks where my highlighter will eventually go as well. And then just to blend that in, I don't use my beauty blender, I just dab it in with a brush instead. And to set my face in place, I'm going back to the Rimmel Stay Matte powder that I used earlier on my eyes. I'm just going to focus on areas such as underneath my eyes, because that's probably got the most product on it out of everywhere, and we don't want that to smudge. Molly! Shush, I'm filming a video. And then to get some colour back into my face, I'm using the Rimmel Natural Bronzer in shade 22, Sun Bronze. So now that's been smushed all over my face, I'm just going to make a little bit more of a statement just under my cheeks with the Hoola Bronzer by Benefit. I've just blended those out because they are coming up so strong on camera, even though in person it doesn't look as dark as that. I think it's also shadowing in this room from the lights, so I'll blame it on that. Now for blush and highlight, I'm going to the Revolution Beyond Radiance palette, which inside looks a bit like this. So there's a really white one, which you can see I've used the most, a pinky toned, and a little bit more of a bronzy shimmer highlight. All three are highlights. I'm going to take a mix between the two of them, focusing on the pink down on here for a sort of blushed look, and then the white one further up on my cheeks. I think that's okay. It's glowing a little bit, but it's not as strong as some other bronzers, not as strong as some other highlighters that I do have. But I think the eyes are doing enough talking for this look that you don't really need too much going on anywhere else, otherwise it's going to become a bit too much. But I am going to try out a brand new mascara that I haven't used before. It's a L'Oreal one, it's called False Lash Superstar, and looks a little bit like this. There we go. So there are two parts to it. It numbers them 1 and 2, which are the steps that you have to take. And basically one end is a glue and the other end is the fibres mixed in with mascara. I've never used it before, but it told me that it is a false lash effect because it's bringing in extra fibres, so I'm gonna give it a go. So the first side is the glue. It's just a normal wand, however it's all white where it's glue. So I'm just gonna try on one eye first. Okay, so now I'm starting to think that the white end that I thought was glue, I'm starting to think that maybe that was the fibres instead. Because can you see how much longer that has made my eyelashes? So now I'm going to go in with step 2, which looks a lot more like a conventional eye mascara. No, just mascara. So let's see what this does. Okay, so it has lengthened them quite a lot. Oh. Okay, Siri thinks I'm talking to him. So it's lengthened my lashes quite a bit, but it hasn't given any sort of volume at all. My last touch I'm just adding to the look is a lipstick, and this is one from MAC. It is Peach Blossom. It's one of their cream sheen ones, so you can obviously put powder over the top of it and it'll make it go matte, but I'm not going to do that today. Just me that absolutely loves the smell of MAC lipsticks. They just smell like cookies. Just me. Just me. Yeah, normally I go for like a matte lip, but my lips are like so chapped at the moment, where we had a bit of warmer weather and it started to brighten up after Christmas, and now this past week it's been snowing. That's how cold it's been, and going from like the cold temperatures outside into warm temperatures like at work or at home or something just absolutely destroyed my lips. So this is kind of acting like a lip seal or something, and it's just keeping my lips a bit more hydrated, which is really nice and I appreciate that. This is the finished look. It is actually quite a wearable look considering it does have the glitter on the top. But it is really wearable. You wouldn't even, I just think it's just a pink sort of look. You can obviously tone it down, get rid of the glitter, or use lighter shades, don't use it quite so deep in the outer corners, or just completely have a no lipstick. You can do lots of things just to take inspiration from this look and just dull it down a little bit more to make it a bit more wearable for you. But yeah, that is it. Just a quite basic sort of base, and then some glittery eyes. But yeah, so I hope you really enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy it, then don't forget to leave me a like just down there. Just hit the thumbs up button, and don't forget to subscribe just next to it as well. It'd mean the absolute world to me and I'd really appreciate it. Obviously, if you aren't doing anything on Valentine's Day, then just use this look any day of the year. Who gives a damn if you have got pink eyeshadow on? It's just a nice sort of feel good look, isn't it? You can just swish your hair around and you can boss the day. So yeah, thank you so much for watching and I'll see you later. Bye!